Okay, so the next piece of writing that you're going to do is report writing, and you're going to report on what it is that you have done and learned so far in the Octopus's garden to answer our big question, which is a research question: what is a 21st century classroom? Now, a report explains something you have researched, and it does this really, really clearly. A report analyses, describes and makes recommendations, and in your case you have analysed lots and lots of different furniture, walls, all that kind of stuff. You're going to describe what you found out and you're going to make some recommendations, and that's what your presentation is doing. It's making the recommendations to Dr. Stewart and Mr. David. So our learning intention for our report for the Octopus Garden project is we're going to write a report that analyses and describes what you did in the Octopus Garden project. You're going to recommend what you think a 21st century classroom needs based on your research and the understanding that you have from this project. So to be successful, your report will group and sequence ideas logically, organise and display information clearly with subheadings. You're going to cite the sources for your research. You're going to say where you got everything from. Use the writing frame, and you're going to use the assessment criteria to make sure that you're successful. So the structure: a report has an introduction, a main body, a conclusion, and it also has references. These are your sources. So in your introduction, you describe the project, state the research question, hook your reader, make them interested in what you're talking about. In your main body is your research and your analysis. In here you can use subheadings and you can use images if you want to. In your conclusion, this is where you evaluate what you've found out and make the recommendations. So the research question. A report answers a research question. Our question is, what is a 21st century classroom? If you want to change this a little bit, you can do. Just make sure you check with me first before you start writing. So, your first paragraph will be your introduction. You will introduce the project, explain what you're trying to find out, which is the research question, and include your hook. And your hook is your interesting, exciting bit that you want your reader to know about your research. So, it might be an interesting fact. Main body is describing the research process, what you found out. And you're going to include at least 5 different pieces of information. That means you could include one from each of the different topics, so one from walls, one from ceilings, or you can include 2 from walls, 1 from ceiling, 2 from floors. It's up to you. In your conclusion, you're going to evaluate and recommend what you think a 21st century classroom needs to have based on your research in this project. Final part is the references, so every single source, where you got your information and images, and you use this format. All of this is on the writing frame.